EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of Bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. You talk about this Lions defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Hands it off out of the gun. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
The Steelers send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Gibbs is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And running with power here. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards to pick up, 1st down. The Steelers at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. From the gun, here's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Here's Fields. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. You look at this Steeler defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game, because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Off play action. Jordan. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
These two teams all tied after one. Second and 6. Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 52 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
They'll run with Gibbs. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now they send a man in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And it's a fumble. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
It's not exactly round and round we go, but I'm looking at the poor defenses. All right, back-to-back possessions, the ball's turned over.
Back-to-back plays.
I mean, just that quickly, and you think you're going to the bench to get a little break, and all of a sudden you're hearing sudden change. Get back out there, grabbing your helmets and running back out on the field. I don't think it's going to affect them much now. But if this keeps up, you're going to have two very angry defenses. You want the offense to take care of the ball.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Alexander. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word. But if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop. Because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
They'll try to run with Gibbs, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not is successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Gibbs again. And he will again go backwards as they drive him back to the 4-yard line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Quentin Johnston from 4 yards out. And the Lions have taken the lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Now a 2nd and 2. On the option right is Fields. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
The moving parts on a play like this, you know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
39 yards the distance cover on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Here's Fields. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2nd time in this first half now, Charles, that he's coughed up the football.
And both times, I think, they were in spots where he's got to think about covering up the ball. He's got to revert to his fundamentals in those practice drills where they carry it through traffic. He's not out in the open field where he can swing it a little bit, cover it up, and take care of it.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screen play is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle it for just a short gain.
Gets this out wide to Pickens. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. A shotgun snap, Fields. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And Wilson in motion left. Fields throwing again. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. That's caught inside the 20. And he is able to take this way down into the Detroit territory. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. Now it's Fields. Going right back to Wilson. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It'll only be a gain of 1 yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the gun on third down, Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
to do that? I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on the PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Jordan. And his throw is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
From the gun on third down, Jordan able to find the open man. That's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will put them on top here in the third. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive. And we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10. Out of the gun, Fields. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Here's Fields on the sneak, and he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They'll try and run this one right up the gut, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
They'll try again. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Steelers have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that? That maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Jordan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Jordan. He's got his target. That's complete. He's across midfield and all the way down to the 41-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jordan. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Jordan. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Looking to throw. Jordan dancing to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense. So the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards. Back to throw. Jordan escaping the pressure right. There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown, Lions. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Lions have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that one puts them on top here in the third. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field position. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
To throw is Fields. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Fields now to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They snap it to Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A big play there for Detroit. 43 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jameer Gibbs, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Lions get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Fields. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Fields. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Flushed out right. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take
oh man, what a Santonio Holmes ass catch. That's wild.
And think about all the different
and he's a linebacker. That makes it so much better.
Situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man to man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
Bro, like, I don't... Pickens drops a 4th down conversion, get a fumble in the end zone, but my running back fumbles immediately after. Like, god damn, bro.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
This fucking receiver, dog. I don't know what this dude is, but he better be a fucking X Factor something, because he is torching my team.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little
I just got to guess.
The Lions on
Guess it's a run.
Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, Jordan.
Thank you.
And look at this. They get the turnover.
That's what I needed. Look at you. Thanks for commenting. Like, subscribe, bring to the next, or whatever the cool guys say.
Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going.
And he's got it.
Look at you, dude. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I traded Merck and not you. Is all I'm saying. There's a reason.
Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the
if we end up walking away with a dub on this one, you get in the game ball.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Dog, I ain't gonna lie though. He's got this offense shit humming. has ran the ball very fucking well. And my guy just can't fucking stop it. And then whoever the fuck 81 is a fucking animal.
They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. Getting down to the good stuff.
I'd be mad if I was him though, because Gibbs fumbled twice. One of them was like an actual like, alright, that was a pretty good like hit stick. But the other one I was like, yeah.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Operating from the gun, Jordan. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
I've seen if you can get another game ball by causing a fumble. But I got too greedy on that one.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out and counted too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
It's a quarterback sneak.
He
will touch him down, but not before he gets
went beside him. That don't even make no
there.
goddamn sense there, Bo.
Good enough for a Detroit first down.
There may be a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak.
He's gonna end up going down and getting a field goal. I might have to end up letting him score.
For 4th down.
Trying the left side with Gibbs.
Okay. I didn't mean this early, but all right.
He'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Another run for Gibbs here.
Damn, that was a good ass read though. 20 rushes. God damn. This man's like Jonathan Taylor for me.
2nd and 12.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jordan. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. On to Gibbs. Here's Gibbs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
He's done that goddamn play so fucking often. But he does that fucking screen off of it, too.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
Hand off now to Gibbs. And
Need
this
this man to
one
fumble,
wound up
though.
with losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts.
I ain't gonna lie, like, he could nail this out, right? Nah. I mean, he could, and I'd get like 20 seconds. Yeah, right? Yeah. He probably doing the same math I'm doing.
Again, it's Gibbs. And he'll get it down close to the goal line.
If he don't fucking fall in this time. Yeah, he can nail it right here. And I have like 20 seconds.
As they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the He's not
I thought if I fucking smacked him, he would fumble, but...
And I don't think there should be much of a discussion here, but you know how I am. You kick the football, you take the lead. How bold do you want to be in this situation, though?
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute.
This is a good game, man. Couldn't stop the fucking run, and number 80 fucking won. That man caught everything. Nope, he shinks his shit.
And his kick here is good. And the
20 seconds
celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. This is 1st and 10. All eyes on Fields.
Yeah, damn, bro.
And he
can't even hold
He's
up.
taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This team fucking sucks, bro. I can't do shit with this stupid ass.
And one last throw here for Fields. Well, this is taken in. It's
stupid, bro. This line is fucking cheap, dude.
Taken down at the 44-yard line. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle. And
I gotta see who 81 is, though, because that man torched my defense.
We both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale.
242 is insane. That dude better be a fucking 102 overall.
Defense on the back end. They might.
Have this dude tested for fucking steroids or something. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, he's a 93. Alright. I'm about to say, this dude better be a dog. Jesus fuck, man.